Everybody wants to teach you how to make $1 million, how to make 10K this month, how to sell your first 100K, okay? And that's great. I'm sure there's a market for that, but let's just be real. Not everybody can do that, and you shouldn't be expected to have to do that, okay? That is not necessarily what success is. I'm going to tell you what financial success is, and it's a system that anybody can do. I don't care if you're stupid broke, work at McDonald's, whatever. Anybody can do this. This is literally how you just get financial freedom and how to be successful financially and be able to be satisfied with what you've done financially instead of worrying about, wow, I don't make as much as everybody else. All we need to do is define what the goals are for ourselves. So number one, we got to pay our bills, okay? We have to survive. You as a human being, you as a spirit, whatever you want to call you are responsible for this human. This human right here is your responsibility, okay? You were given a human at the beginning of your life to manage, okay? That human needs to survive, okay? So step one, we need to make that human survive by getting their bills paid so they have shelter and things like that, all right? Next, we need to have some sort of emergency fund that we are setting up, okay? Everyone gets a flat tire. Sometimes you need a new roof. Sometimes you got to buy books for school. Whatever it is, you have some sort of unexpected expense that comes up, and we got to have a short-term cushion. Maybe it's only 1,000, maybe it's 2,000, maybe it's 5,000. You have a short-term cushion that is there ready to go so you don't have to worry, okay? You don't want to have to worry. Number three, we need to have a long-term cushion. We need to have a long-term cushion so that at the end of our life, when we can't work anymore, when our body fails us and we no longer are able, because that time will come, did we dig our well before we were thirsty? Did we have something set up? So now I have a cushion. Now I have a safety net where I can survive, okay? The point of life is to survive, but we want to survive and do something meaningful. So these first three things are really just focusing on our survival. Survival in the short term and long term, okay? We are just taking care of this human financially, okay? That's the bare minimum. Everybody needs to do this, but there's a couple other things that we need to do in order to start to thrive financially from whatever point you are in life, okay? So number four is going to be, we have to invest towards a goal, okay? Some sort of investment towards a goal. Why do we need to do this? It is a meaningful pursuit. Life is not about just paying bills. It's part of life, but it's not just about paying bills. Life is about pursuing something meaningful. We pay our bills and we get that taken care of so we can pursue something meaningful. Whether it's creativity, whether it's building a stock account, whether it's working on building a house, whatever it is, you have to find some sort of meaningful pursuit financially, something that you're saving up for. Maybe it's saving for the kids to go to college. Maybe it's saving for you to go to college. Maybe it's buying a car for the first time. Maybe it's buying a better car. Maybe it's buying a four-wheel drive car because you live in the snow. Whatever that thing is, you have to have some sort of meaningful pursuit. Now, I want you to write in the comments right now what that meaningful pursuit is, because we got to get out of paying bills and into that meaningful pursuit. What is one thing that I'm working towards? Maybe it's, hey, I want to save up for an engagement ring for that super baddie I'm going to ask out or propose to, okay? Whatever it is, okay? We have to have some sort of investment towards a goal, okay? It provides meaning to life, okay? Now, the last thing is we need to eliminate debt, okay? What debt is debt is just financial slavery, okay? We are just enslaved to those payments. Those payments make survival harder. They make our barrier to survive if you could survive with this amount, well, now you have debt. Now you need this amount to survive. So you have to work harder, okay? So all we have to do is eliminate debt here. And you can, maybe your meaningful pursuit right now is just paying off debt, okay? And that's okay. You have to have some sort of meaningful pursuit. It could just be paying debt. But we need to eliminate debt because it is just slavery. It's something you are going to have to carry. If you think about like a chain, like a ball with a chain tied to your ankle that you have attached to you that you got to drag everywhere, okay? That's what it is, financial slavery, okay? It also encourages the rat race, okay? When we start comparing ourselves to other people, we're in the rat race. Well, now I'm in that rat race mindset. All I'm focused on is, am I as good as that next person, instead of what actually makes me happy, what would actually buy me freedom, okay? We want to get out of the rat race. We want to get out of slavery, and we want to be free, okay? How do we be free? We pay our bills. We have a cushion, so when unexpected things happen, we are fine. We don't worry about it. And then we have something meaningful that we are pursuing, because once again, it's not about paying bills. It's about pursuing something meaningful, okay? And the last thing is here, debt is what keeps you in the matrix system, okay? When we think about that financial system that enslaves everyone, enslaves the world, we call it the matrix, whatever you want to call that thing, the financial system that fucks everybody. It runs on debt, okay? The reason countries get fucked is because they get into debt and they can't pay, so somebody lends them money and now they owe them. Think about how many times in movies you see somebody gets into debt and now they, and this is obviously an extreme example, all right, well, you didn't pay, now I'm killing your family, okay? And guess what? It is part of that system. Debt makes you a slave. It causes you to bend to the will of others. Bend to the will of others. And I am not shaming anyone, obviously. We've all have to learn and grow and make decisions. So if you're in debt or have made debt decisions, that's fine. You know what? That's fine. We got to accept where we are right now. But the next step is we got to start getting rid of that, because we want to be free. Once we're free, life opens up. This just takes up capital right here that we can no longer, that we can't allocate for this, okay? This is just an energy vacuum, a financial vacuum that takes away from meaningful pursuit. We need to pursue something meaningful financially, and if all of our money goes in here, we can't pursue meaning, and then we're just stuck in survival and life sucks. So that's the way I want to describe it for you. If you want to be successful financially, it's just these few things. We just got to survive. Make sure we have a cushion. Make sure we have a short and long-term cushion. And the reason for that, short-term, I don't have to worry about anything. Long-term, if I can't work anymore, I also don't have to worry about anything. Meaningful pursuit, because life isn't just about paying bills. And eliminating debt, because debt is slavery. Debt is slavery. It takes away from the enjoyable things in life. You know, think about some family events that maybe you missed that you wanted to be at because you had to work overtime to pay your debt, and now it's like you work 6 days a week or whatever, or 7, just because you have to pay your debt and all of that good stuff. So that's my success principle. If you can do this, you can be happy. Guess what? Sure, maybe you don't have everything that you want in the short term. Maybe you don't have the biggest fucking house, but you know what? You're fine. You're happy. You know what? Sometimes it's not about all the financial things we can have. True freedom is valuing our time and our energy and the fact that we get to enjoy this life and stop worrying about what other people think. So maybe we just got to stop comparing ourselves. Focus on this for us. Now, every single person, what's cool about this, every single one of you watching this, you right now watching this can do this. You can pay your bills. You can have an emergency fund. So I want you to comment real quick. What is a goal that you are excited about? Is it paying off your credit card? Is it paying for school? Is it for buying a car? Is it that dream vacation? What is that meaningful pursuit that you're pursuing? Put that in the comments and share this video with a friend.